The DCEU had Darkseid, the DCU has Planet Salvation. The downgrade is remarkable. Okay, let's talk about what Peacemaker Season 2 set up for Man of Tomorrow and the DCU as a whole, because it's actually pretty insane. So while the Peacemaker finale was pretty underwhelming, I thought the setups were actually pretty interesting. I wish they executed it better and they built up to it, but it is what it is. So after the 11th Street kids convinced Peacemaker to stop running, they used Vigilante's blood money and created a new agency called Checkmate. In the comics, it was Amanda Waller who formed Checkmate as the world's leading spy agency, which eventually hunts and imprisons metahumans. However, clearly the DCU version is nothing like the comic version. Checkmate is doing good, and they're trying to make the world better. And that's good, because we could use something like that, because Rick Flag Sr. is using Peacemaker's dimensional gateway to find a planet to store metahumans. Salvation is basically going to be a prison for evil metahumans, because they always escape the normal prisons like Arkham or Belle Reve. It looks like DC's adapting the Salvation run, where they send evil superhumans to Salvation instead of a normal prison to live out the rest of their days, and we even see in the comics Joker and Lex Luthor are fighting and arguing about who gets to rule this planet. However, James Gunn is not going to be going one for one with the adaptation. They're not adapting the storyline directly. We're not going to see Joker or Lex Luthor fight, and the focus is on the concept of imprisoning metahumans away from Earth. And we see in the finale of Peacemaker, Rick Flag Sr. sent Peacemaker to die in Salvation. He doesn't have his suit, he doesn't have any supplies, he's all alone out there. This is his revenge because Peacemaker killed his son. Now, I don't know if James Gunn is adapting this concept as well, but spoiler alert just in case, the Planet Salvation is owned by Darkseid. The Planet Salvation is owned and monitored by Darkseid, ruler of Apocalypse, and Darkseid's agents like the Parademons and even Darkseid secretly watch the villains in Salvation fight and die, using the planet as a testing ground for the Parademons, along with studying human resilience and conflict. And Darkseid's ultimate goal in the comic run was to refine strategies for a future invasion of Earth. And James Gunn confirmed that Peacemaker Season 2 sets up Man of Tomorrow, so we're going to explore this concept more in 2 years. When Chris was stranded in Salvation, we heard a bunch of creatures out there. What if they were parademons? I would not be surprised if Peacemaker dies off screen. He's all alone on a planet owned by Darkseid with no weapons or supplies. He's cooked. So it seems like we're not getting Brainiac and Man of Tomorrow, which does suck, but could you imagine if Superman has to team up with Lex Luthor to fight Darkseid? That would be insane.